channel. I have no idea what's going on with this frizzy, messy hair, but just bear with me. Today I am back with a new makeup tutorial for you guys. Today I thought I would put together this super glamorous makeup look, so feminine, so pretty. So I hope that you guys enjoy this look. I am gonna show you how to wear this with a nude lip and then how to pair it with a very bold red lip. I just love it. I love the rose gold eyes. I feel like it'll look beautiful on anybody, especially with homecoming coming around the corner. Like, this is a look that's super flattering no matter what you're wearing, no matter what your skin tone is, no matter what your eye color is. It's gonna look beautiful on you. So if you guys do happen to enjoy, give it a thumbs up. Definitely don't forget to subscribe for new videos from moi each week. Learn some new makeup tips and tricks. And without any more rambling, let's jump into this makeup look. I feel like I lit the guy's teeth. Alright, so I started off with my foundation. I used the Taunt Miracle by Lancome in 360. I had already put coconut oil to moisturize my skin, so I'm just pushing this foundation all over. It's very lightweight, very luminous. As you can see, it just gives such a pretty glow to the skin. And then for concealer, I'm using my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, and this is in the shade Light, I believe. I forgot how much I really enjoy this concealer. It's full coverage, but it's still very creamy. It's not dry like under the eyes. So I'm using that on the places I would normally highlight, under my eyes, down my nose, chin, and forehead, and then just pushing that in with the same foundation brush. My favorite, MAC 170. I absolutely love this brush. Like, I cannot do my makeup without this foundation brush. And you just see me break out into song. Alright, this is getting creepy. So following that, I went ahead and set my under eyes using my Airspun powder, and I put that under my eyes using a Real Technique beauty sponge. So under my eyes, down my nose, chin, and forehead. And I'm just gonna let that sit there for a little bit to catch any of the eyeshadow fallout. I'm then gonna fill in my brows using my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. And I'm just using a very light hand. I don't want my eyebrows to look like Sharpie brows, because that's how it can look if you go too heavy. I went ahead and set my brows using the Lancome Brow Gel, and I'm just kind of lifting up all of my eyebrows so it gets a nice feathery look. Then for the eyes, I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Bronzer in Give Me Sun. It's a beautiful terracotta shade, so I'm just sweeping this in my crease as the transition shade. It is like the most gorgeous orangey brown tone. So not being precise with this at all, but I am going to angle all of my shadows up and out toward the edge of my eyebrow. After that, I'm going to go in with Brown Script by MAC, and I'm going to put that deeper in my crease just to deepen everything up. This is a very red, rich, warm brown, so I'm just sweeping that back and forth, keeping it below that first transition shade that I put. And again, always angling the eyeshadows up and out, kind of in like a wing shape when I get to that outer corner of my eye. Next, I'm taking I'm Into It. This is one of my favorite like eyeshadows, like a really rich red brown. So I'm putting that, mainly focusing on that outer edge, and then whatever's left over, I'm just kind of flicking toward the inner part of my crease, but really making sure that I intensify that outer corner. And again, like always, angling it up and out toward the edge of my eyebrow, almost like a wing. Next, to cut my crease, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and with a very small synthetic brush, I'm lightly just carving out my crease, so that way the shade I place on my lid shows up very bright and very shimmery and intense. So I'm just kind of carving out between my lid and the crease shades. I'm going to make sure that this line isn't too harsh afterwards by like blending out the edges. Because I don't want too harsh of a cut crease, but I do want the shimmer shade I put on my lid to show up super bright and intense. And I love using this the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer for this. Next, I'm going in with my favorite L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Amber Rush. And I'm going to wet my MAC 242 with some Fix Plus. And then I'm just going to pat that all over my eyelid. Then as you can see, by applying that concealer, it helps the shade show up more true to color. And then it gives more of a defined look to the eyes. So just pressing that back and forth. And as you can see, this is the most gorgeous like rose gold eyeshadow. It's literally by far one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. Then to highlight that inner corner, I'm taking this MAC Dazzle shadow in Last Dance. It's like a very light pink white champagne tone. It has different flexes in it, so I'm putting that on that first portion of the eye to brighten it up. And then I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush with a little bit more of the I'm Into It shade, that deeper brown, and I'm just kind of blending out my lid shade to my crease shades and just kind of defining it some. With that, I'm gonna highlight under my brow bone using the same Airspun powder that I used to highlight under my eyes to set that concealer, and I'm putting that under my brows. And then for bronzer, I use the same bronzer that I used in my crease, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun, and I'm taking that with a fluffy bronzing brush and just doing it along my forehead, my jawline, and my cheeks, just really kind of chiseling out those cheekbones while bronzing up the skin. And then I'm also going to use this to kind of chisel out my nose. I'm using this ColourPop eyeshadow brush, but I love it for nose contour because it's like dense but fluffy at the same time. It's literally just perfect for nose contour. And then I'm just going to clean up on my cheekbones to kind of define that contour a little bit more with some of the Airspun powder. And then I'm applying my MAC Lovejoy blush on my cheeks. This is one of my favorite, like bronzy, warm tones. And just putting that, kind of following along where that bronzer is. And then I'm also going to be highlighting using the Carly Bybel Deluxe palette, and I'm taking that golden highlight and just putting that right at the tops of my cheekbones and then kind of on my nose. I went in with the brighter shade, and as you can see, it showed up way too intense. So I went back in with the brush to soften it up, and then I went back in with my beauty blender, and it still was like super blinding. So then I ended up going in with the foundation brush, and that helped a lot, but it was like super intense. And then I'm going to take some more of that bronzer, and I'm going to use that to kind of mimic what I did on my upper crease to the lower lash line. And then I'm taking the Brown Script shade by MAC. I'm also going to use that to kind of smoke out the lower lash line, keeping it kind of above the original shade I put on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the I'm Into It shade, and I'm putting that super close to the lash line, just really smoking it out. Once I do that, I'm going to go back in with the Last Dance shade, and I'm going to put that on that lower lash line, on that like first little inner corner portion of it. And then I'm going to create a wing using my MAC brush stroke liner in black. Nothing too over the top, but like enough so that you can still see it. And then I'm going to line my lips using Spice lip pencil. This one is by Estee Lauder. And then I'm going to go in with the Irresistible lipstick by Estee Lauder and applying that. And then this is the look with a more nude lip. So this was one of the options. And then I went ahead and decided to do false lashes. So I prepped my lashes with some mascara, top and bottom lashes. And then I applied the Allure lashes in 126. And then as you can see, this is a completed look with the nude lip. It's very fresh, very glowy, and still glamorous, but like still neutral enough to wear with anything. But then I wanted to show you how you could pair it with a red lip. So I took the MAC Pro Longwear lip pencil in Diva, and then my Lancome lipstick in Red Addiction. And as you can see, this look looks absolutely beautiful with a nude lip and with a red lip. So pretty. So depending on what you're using, what the occasion, you can pick which one. Let me know which one you guys liked best, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Love you.